Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I want to introduce myself. My name is Julie Roca, and I am the manager for the Walk to End Alzheimer's here in Gainesville and in Ocala. I want to share a little bit about when I first started. I started as a volunteer, and I started as a team captain. And the picture of when I became a team captain popped up the other day on my Facebook. And I remember just how excited I was. And as a new team captain, I had tons and tons of questions, as I'm sure that you do too. But we can all learn together, and I'm looking forward to growing and sharing with you. We will be joined by one of our incredible volunteers in a little bit, and she's going to share some with us on how to build our team, a successful fundraising team on this third Wednesday boot camp. I got a little housekeeping here. All the lines should be muted, so we're asking that you'll hold questions until the end. But definitely feel free to use that chat box to write questions to keep up and ask later. This call is being recorded, so if you have a friend or you were not able to listen to the whole thing, you can come back later and listen over and over as many times as you need to listen. I just want to thank you again for being on this call with us, and thank you for being superstars, our volunteers, our staff. We don't know what we would do without all of you. So next, we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. Our agenda, we're going to talk about the team captain's role. We're going to go over some recruitment tips and tricks, where to recruit, how to motivate your team members to fundraise. We're going to talk about some corporate team tools, and then we're going to have an awesome team captain highlight from a dear team captain, Chris Merrier. And then we'll follow with some questions and answers so that we can answer all of your questions. The team captain role. As a team captain, you are leading the way, and we really appreciate you. As a team captain, you're leading by example. You're signing up first and registering your team. Maybe you're self-donating, and then you're recruiting others to join your team, which is mostly what we're going to talk about today. And you're encouraging your team members to fundraise. We like for our team members to all be active and involved. And then we want to make a difference for all those impacted by the disease together. So if we're encouraging our team members to really be a part and be active, they're going to feel great about making a difference. Some recruitment tips and tricks. Now, if you were part of last month's boot camp, you got a great overview of the participant center. If you didn't get to tune into that one, it is recorded and you can go back and find it. And I recommend that you watch that one. It's fantastic and it gives you great tips on how to maneuver through that participant center. So what we have on that participant center are some great recruitment tips and tricks. One of the things that I really love are those Walker business cards. You want to be prepared when you're out and about and you're having conversation about the difference that you're helping to make. You want to be prepared to invite people to be your team, to be on your team. So go check out those personalized cards because they're going to make it really easy for you to just hand out and get your supporters. And one of the other tools that I really love are those team recruitment tips. You can educate others about the walk and why their participation is needed, and that may really help. One of the last tools that I am going to recommend highly is to use that recruitment video on there. It really emphasizes that the difference that we're going to make in this disease starts with you, and it helps to motivate people to sign on, to join you, and then to be an active participant. Setting your goals is very important. One of the first things that you want to make sure that you're doing is you want to lead by example. You want to make sure that you as a team captain are making a self-donation to start your fundraising and coming up with some great and fun ideas for fundraising. And then the next thing that you're going to want to do is recruit your team fundraisers. Nobody wants to be at this by themselves. It's so much more fun to have a group of people with you. So what we recommend is that you recruit at least 10 people to join your team and fundraise. Do you have to have 10? Absolutely not. We're happy if you have anywhere between you and 999,999. But we do recommend that you try to get at least 10 people. Can you have more than 10? Absolutely. We'd love to have you have more than 10. And then the next thing that you want to do is you want to encourage each one of those team members to fundraise individually. Now, a lot of teams will ask, well, can we all fundraise together as a team? Yes, you can, but it's not nearly as much fun for each individual because as they're fundraising, they're working towards goals and incentives just like you are. So we want them to earn that t-shirt at $100. And then we want them to keep going because they have the potential to also be in that Champions Club right along with you. If they're raising $500, $1,000, or $2,500, they get to have the medal, the special shirt, the special sweatshirt. We really want to encourage them to shoot for that Champions Club along with you. Then we want to encourage the whole team to maybe host fundraising events, really fun things. You need some ideas for that? Again, the Participant Center is pretty awesome. You can download the A to Z fundraising ideas from your Participant Center and go ahead and get started. Then we want to talk about where you want to aim. The average walk team raises $1,100, so aim high. If you've already got your goal set and it looks like it's not high enough, you can go back into that Participant Center and you can change that goal. And I would encourage you to do that because everybody likes to hit a goal and they'll reach a little higher for you. Where do you recruit? Honestly, you can recruit everywhere and anywhere. I like this little diagram. Again, it's on your Participant Center. It's your sphere of influence, and it'll show you kind of a breakdown of activities, employees, school, friends and family, vendors, and community. And I got to tell you, you can find volunteers everywhere. I was in the beauty salon and just talking about being in walk, and this woman that was plucking my eyebrows, she started crying and she said, my mom's been living with this disease for years. They just diagnosed her with cancer this week. And I just really was so upset about that. And now she was so excited that she could make a difference. So talk about it all the time. How do you recruit? Just ask. Ask everyone you've identified from your network to join your team, and ask those people that maybe you don't feel like are in your network, but you can ask everybody. They might just be waiting for that ask. Send them an email, give them a call, shoot them a text, write a letter, message on social media. There are all kinds of ways, and your Participant Center, again, is there to walk you through that. How to motivate fundraising. Again, you want to start with working with each team member and help them set their personal goal. You want them to be able to earn those fun incentives. So maybe you start with the t-shirt if they're brand new and they've never done this before, but help them to understand what the Champions Club is going to do. Help them to reach for that medal, help them to go high. Encourage them for at least that $100 though, and then help them to go higher than that. Once you've got going and fundraising, you want to make sure to encourage messages to first, highlight those that are in their fundraising stones. Everybody likes a little bit of encouragement. And then I love to give out prizes. So give out maybe some prizes to your team members as they hit their goals. Some candy in a purple cup goes a long way. How do you motivate your fundraising? You want to track those goals and the progress that your team is making. Help them to see where they're at in their goals. So we again have a great tool found in the Team Captain Tools on your Participant Center. You can set goals for each and every one of your team members. And that will make it very visual for them and help them to be able to follow along. Corporate impact is very important. Some of you guys are on corporate teams. We value we value every team that we have, but the corporate team, because of the impact of Alzheimer's on the workplace, the corporate team is a very important team. This team has the opportunity to involve some people who may be affected by Alzheimer's every day. 6 in 10 caregivers were employed in the past year. These individuals worked an average of 35 hours per week, plus they go home and they're giving care in the evening. So use this sheet. There are a lot of good facts and figures in here to help you to build a team in your corporate environment. If you're building a team in a corporate environment, we have some special tools for you. There is a poster that you can adapt for your city. Then there are some great tips for recruiting your coworkers. So make sure you look that over and get some of those tips. One of the easiest things that I have found that people can do in corporations is to host a casual for a cause event at your office. And if you would like to do that, you can get the stickers yourself. They're free online. If you don't have the link for that, contact your walk manager or your team retention committee member that is calling you. Contact them and say, hey, I really want to do this casual for a cause. It's a simple way to earn a lot of money for your team. The last thing that I want to highlight is matching gifts. There are a lot of companies out there that do matching gifts, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I just had someone donate $1,000 in the Ocala Walk, and he's got a company that's matching that gift. So instead of just donating $1,000, which is a great amount, he's now able to donate $2,000. So check out if your company has any kind of a program that matches. And then I would love to invite Chris Merritt of Homestead Senior Care. He has built up a team over the last couple of years that is phenomenal. She has a great plan to build her team to well over that 10 number. She's creative, organized, and I am happy to have her sharing with us. So welcome, Chris.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me, Julie? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for having me on today. I'm from Homestead Senior Care in Ocala, and as you know, we are totally affected by everything Alzheimer's. Daily, I get calls every day from people that we can and cannot help, which is really sad. So I know the impact of this. So when I took on the team captain job, I kind of looked at the picture as a whole and tried to look for some weak points. And definitely a weak point was people signing up for the walk because they really didn't understand how to get into the computer. We have some that were very tech, some that were not tech. So we actually identified 3 things that we would do. The first one was an invitation to the walk registration party, and that included food, prizes, giveaways. We help you register. You come during, we had it from 11 until 4, so we crossed over shifts, so that was good. Come and see your friends, meet some new Homestead caregivers that you might not know. You can bring your client if you want to, have lunch, and we'll register you. We'll do it for you. It was really important. And we went from 10 or 15 walkers to 45 walkers in 1 year using that method. So it was terrific. We sent out the first text email. We sent out 1 reminder, and it was amazingly well attended. We sent out then a thank you to let them know also how we were doing, how many walkers we had, and they loved getting that information. Okay, we have the most walkers of the Ocala area, or, that type of thing was very popular. Then we did a bake sale, again, making it as easy as possible for them. They drop off their baked goods here at the office the day before the sale, and then one of our caregivers took on the sale herself. So that was wonderful. So we earned another chunk of money from that. And then some people who couldn't walk the day of the walk could bring baked goods. So everyone was included. The emails and the texts were kind of lighthearted, a lot of joking around, a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. So that was really perfect. Again, how many walkers we have at this point, what's going on, keeping them abreast of how it's going, how much money we collected. The problem area, I would say, with 43 walkers was wonderful, and everyone was super to come. But we did have a percentage that raised no money. So to kind of champion that this year, of our 43 walkers, we did have 3 champion club members, which was wonderful. But there were a lot of people that raised no money, even though they walked or they participated, which was great. So we want to start a little different this year with a Zero to Hero envelope with a tracking that, if you just put $1 a week in here, by the time the walk comes, you'll have enough to donate X amount of dollars. So sort of doing it on a little scale, but kind of encouraging people, the ones that donated nothing, to really come around to that side of it. So that was really the only problem that we had. The door prizes were amazingly popular, so definitely push those, and we got them from all over the place. Some we bought, and some that we got for free that other companies donated to us for the cause. So thank you so much, Julie, for letting me participate.
Thank you, Chris, so much. And yeah, Chris is very active about having us come in with the computers. We set those up and we help them to log in and get signed back up. And that really has made so much of a difference for her team. So I really appreciate you coming online and sharing those tips and some great ideas for taking our employees from maybe being $0 participants to heroes. So one more little bit of information. We've got some more upcoming workshops. I hope these have been very helpful for you. We've got 2 more to go that we're going to do on the 3rd Wednesdays of the next 2 months. So the next one is August 21st, and it's Take It Offline. They're going to help us to get some great fundraising tips offline. So make sure that you join into that again at noon on August 21st. And the next 2 meetings will be a little bit different. They're open to all team members, so invite your team. Your team may be able to really help you to brainstorm if they're able to join in and listen with you. So that's all that I have. Does anyone have any questions that I can answer? If anyone does have some questions, make sure that you contact your walk manager. They would love to help and answer in any way that they can. So thank you so much again for coming, and we look forward to seeing you next month on August 21st.